Hey guys, welcome to the webinar. This is Dave Vass, and I am going to be your host today. And we're going to take a look at ageLOC Vitality. You've probably seen some emails about it. Maybe you've heard a little bit. Maybe you've seen a video. And you're going to find out here, hopefully, from this webinar, why I believe this is going to be the biggest product launch of all time. I believe that this is going to be one of the greatest opportunities in network marketing of all time. And we have about a 5-year window of opportunity. Now, let's just remember here that what is fueling the growth right now is product driven. This is not a Ponzi scheme. This is the opportunity that's before us. And what you're going to see in this webinar is because of the product. And that means this is a real viable business. There's so many opportunities in network marketing out there that are really, I hate to say it, but nothing more than a glorified Ponzi scheme. This is a real product that people are going to scramble to get. And I'll share a little bit with you as we go, but ageLOC, the skincare line, broke records. In fact, I'll tell you right now before we begin that the skincare line, they sold $30 million in their first day when they opened in China. $30 million in one day. Now, if that doesn't get you excited or paying attention, I don't know what. But I'll tell you right now, ageLOC Vitality is going to blow that out of the water. So this webinar is intended to be an educational webinar. This is not hype. I'm going to go through and show you what ageLOC Vitality is, what it will do for you, and why we're so excited about it and its opportunity and how you can get involved. So just follow along with me and we'll begin this webinar. Once again, my name is Dave Vass, and let's get this thing rolling. All right, so the first thing I want to look at is Nu Skin being the premier anti-aging company. Now, I know that a lot of you out there have heard of Nu Skin. Some of you have perceptions, oh, is it a skincare company or is it this or that? I mean, I'm 28 years old, guys. I'm young. And I am so committed to Nu Skin as a company and where they're going. I believe that there's nothing out there that even holds a candle to this company, its integrity, its innovation, and its culture in the company. And I believe Nu Skin's going from $1 billion to $5 billion over the next 5 to 10 years, and it's going to create more wealth than we've seen in any other company. They've already paid out $7 billion in commissions. Now, here's the thing. You got to understand the vision of where Nu Skin is going. Nu Skin wants to be that premier anti-aging company. So right now, when somebody says to you, anti-aging, I mean, what do you think? What's the company? What's the brand? What comes to your mind? I mean, a lot of us, we're like, oh, I don't know, like anti-aging. We don't even know a product. What's something that comes to your mind? Well, Nu Skin is leading the way. Their vision is that when you say anti-aging, right away somebody responds and says Nu Skin. Just like when you say tissue, like a Kleenex, I mean, that's what people use is Kleenex. And it's the same idea. Nu Skin has spent hundreds of millions of dollars in research and development. They're collaborated with LifeGen Technologies, Purdue University, Stanford University, and their entire goal is to create the world's leading premier anti-aging company. All right, now that's a pretty big goal because of the trends that are there and how big the industry of anti-aging is. But you need to be aware that this is where they're heading. So what makes Nu Skin different than all of its competitors? Why can they be the premier anti-aging company? Well, that's a good question. Here is the main difference, and this is something you really need to understand, is that Nu Skin is targeting aging at its source. Okay, all of their competitors are targeting the signs and symptoms of aging. There's a huge difference between the two. Now, I know that there's going to be companies out there that try to use the word genetic, right? All they're telling you is that they're able to influence one gene. Just one gene. Well, what all of Nu Skin's research has found out, and we're talking about research from very, very prestigious universities, Purdue University, Stanford University, and even LifeGen Technologies, they're finding out that one gene is not going to make a difference in your aging. The aging process involves multiple genes that are working together in synergy with one another, and that is the aging process. So what you have to do is actually target these clusters of genes together, and nobody except Nu Skin has been able to identify all of these youth gene clusters and then create products that are able to reset those genes to a more youthful activity, a more youthful state, resulting in you looking younger and feeling younger. All right, so that's the big difference between Nu Skin and their competitors. Now let's take a look at the concerns with aging. Now the two most common complaints with aging are looking older and feeling older. Okay, that's obvious. Now how is Nu Skin addressing these two complaints with aging? Well, first of all, with their skincare line, their ageLOC skincare line, they've addressed looking older because they can now literally make you look 5, 10, 15 years younger. Absolutely crazy the kind of results people are getting. It is astounding. In fact, the numbers don't lie. I mean, they sold $30 million worth of this stuff when it opened in China. They sold $12 million in 3 hours last October when they opened in Los Angeles. All right, they are breaking records left and right. People want this. It is becoming the hot item in the anti-aging market. There's all kinds of reporters, news stations reporting on this, right? So that's the skincare line. Now, some of you might be going, well, you know, Dave, skincare line, great, but I'm young, or it's not as appealing to me. I'm more into the nutrition. I'm more into, the health of my body and what's going on there. And let's face it, a lot of times beauty on the outside is a result of what's going on in the inside. So if you don't take care of yourself on the inside, it's going to surface, right? But if you take care of yourself and you make yourself younger on the inside and healthier, it's going to result in beauty on the outside. So we have to address feeling older. We have to address the inside. And that's what ageLOC Vitality is all about. It's addressing, just go back here, it's addressing the feeling older stage. Now, let's talk about youth gene clusters for skin. All right, so we've already, like I said, they've addressed the skin, and it's not just one gene. You got to understand that, guys, because there's a lot of companies that are going to trick you. Marketing is all about tricking people. Well, Nu Skin's not trying to trick you here. There is not one company right now, other than Nu Skin, that's been able to identify all these youth gene clusters that are related to skin structure, pigmentation, hydration, cellular turnover. And what that results in is the 8 signs of aging. In other words, they target the source, and then it results in improving the 8 signs of aging. Lines and wrinkles, skin structure, discoloration, uneven skin tone, hydration, texture, radiance, and pore size. Okay? So they've been able to reset the genes so that on the outside, you look that much younger. This is a multi-billion dollar discovery. But you know what's interesting is ageLOC is a scientific platform. The skincare line is just the tip of the iceberg, as you're about to see. So we already looked at this slide, but what we're saying here is that ageLOC has already taken care of looking older, and now we're going to concentrate on feeling older and how we can take care of that with ageLOC Vitality. So let's take a look at the global consumer need. 85% of consumers are concerned about their energy and stamina levels. Now, if you think about that, that's pretty obvious. I mean, just go to your local grocery store, go to your local gas station, whatever. I mean, you are going to see energy pills, energy supplements, energy juice, energy. I mean, it is everywhere. But the thing is that this isn't good energy, guys. This is like sugar energy. This is not natural energy. And not only that, Nu Skin isn't interested in just coming out with a Me Too energy product. That is not what we're talking about. You need to stay You need to pay attention to what I'm about to share with you of how they're targeting aging at the mitochondrial level, which we're going to talk about. 40% decline in ability to concentrate from age 30 to 60. Again, if you're age 30 to 60, you know exactly what I'm talking about. As we age, sexual desire declines. Now, come on, I read, what is it? One of the most basic things in nature that a human needs, is love and respect and all that. And one of them is sex, is sexual related. And so we can't deny that this is so important. And just look at how big Viagra and other products like that have become. Once again, it's a drug. We do not want to go down that road. We want to see how we can literally target aging at its source so that you're younger in all of these areas. So let's take a look at this. What is vitality? First of all, ageLOC vitality. You say, well, what is vitality? First, it's physical. We're referring to endurance, stamina, resistance to fatigue. If you think about it, as you get older, if you think about sort of that inner part of who you are physically, you start losing endurance, you start getting tired in the middle of the day, fatigued. Well, vitality solves that. Number two, mental. We're dealing with mental cognition, clarity, focus, memory, and alertness. All right, so ageLOC vitality is going to increase your mental clarity and focus and alertness. Sexual, we just talked about that. Your desire, your libido, it's going to increase that. To us, when we think of vitality, we think of those three things: physical, mental, sexual. All right, so vitality declines with age. I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory, it's obvious, but we might as well take a look at it. As we age, our body's ability to effectively generate and utilize energy declines, which may rob us of youthful vitality. All right, so let's take a look at what Nu Skin is doing with ageLOC vitality and how that works. First of all, you need to understand what the mitochondria is and how this is the key source of youthful vitality. Now, again, let me stress this, guys. Let me stress this. This is not another Me Too product. What you are looking at and what I'm going to educate you on right now is a multi-billion-dollar discovery. Now, for those of you watching this webinar, I'm not sure if you remember in high school. I mean, I remember this as clear as day, but I was very good at biology. So we studied the cell, we dissect the cell, we learned every component of the cell. In fact, I got 95% on my final in biology 30 in high school. So I was very good at it. So when Nu Skin comes along and tells me, they say these terms like mitochondria, right away I was like, oh, the mitochondria, it's the fuel of the cell. I mean, that is the fuel station. That is the engine of the cell. And I already knew that. And so when Nu Skin was saying we've identified these genes that are of the mitochondria of your heart tissue, brain tissue, muscle tissue, and we can reset these genes so that your mitochondria functions at a more optimal state as if it was younger. I was shocked, because this is real science. This is breaking it down and actually showing you how this works. So take a look at this diagram. This is what a cell looks like. And for those that didn't take biology or biology 30 or whatever you call it from where you're from, then here's a little education. This is what a cell looks like. You got the nucleus, which